Good morning. So today these past few weeks while I've been getting ready for this talk, I've really been struggling with what to say. And I changed my topic 3 or 4 times, and I met with a friend last week. And I told her about today and this talk, and that I just don't think I have anything to talk about. And she knows me very well, so she looked at me and said, okay, what's going on if something is causing you not to have anything to talk about? And so I proceeded to tell her about some challenges that my little girl is having at school right now. And forgive me if I get emotional, but I will. And that's pretty much all that's on my mind. And I can't really think about anything else, and I can't, integrate coaching into this, and it feels very compartmentalized, and that this is going on and this is my job, and it upsets me a lot. And she listened to exactly what was going on, and she said, you know what? I think your role as a coach and your role as a mother are very closely aligned right now. And that's what you should talk about. So here's what's going on. As a coach, I have always been drawn to the strengths-based approach. Focusing on strengths, whether it's to maximize performance, lead a team, navigate your career. I use many assessments and techniques, but I always end up coming back to strengths. And the reason that I love coming back to strengths is because I believe that strengths are core to who you are as a person. And I believe that the more that we can value the individual for their true, unique, authentic selves, the more we are setting everybody up for success. When we value the true uniqueness of the individual and their unique combination of strengths and the authenticity that they bring to the table, then we are enabling them to bring their greatest contribution to the world. And that's why I love strengths. And I know that the strengths movement has been adopted, in universities, in organizations, and even in some schools. But I can't help but wonder if somehow we're falling short of what the strengths movement intended for us. And my question is around whether, when we say we are strengths focused, are we really embracing strengths as being the whole of the individual and everything that they bring to the table, and that really unique combination? Or are we using strengths as another way to put labels on people and to slot them into neatly delineated boxes, especially if those boxes fit nicely into our existing structures? Or are we only valuing strengths when they meet our current expectations of what a strength is? And this question has come up with coaching many times, but it has really been brought home to me with what is going on with my daughter right now. So my 5-year-old daughter is a bright, vivacious, enthusiastic, energetic, strong-willed, definitely strong-willed little girl. And she has been coming home from school recently saying, I am bad. I'm a bad person. I'm different. The other kids are not like me. I will get upset. And every day it was the same story. And it was as if she was looking for me to say, yes, you're bad. I would tell, you're not bad. And then she would tell me another reason why she had been bad that day. And this, of course, is breaking my heart, my husband's heart. And we went in to talk to the teachers. And we were greeted to a litany of what Tari, my daughter, is doing wrong, or what she's not able to do yet. She's not sitting still in circle time. She's shouting out when she gets excited about something. She always wants to do dramatic play. She's having negative interactions with her peers. And yeah, we get it. She's a high energy little girl. I'm pretty sure she doesn't sit still for circle time. And we definitely do not want her having negative interactions with her peers. But what I was hearing from my daughter was, I'm different to everybody else, and that is bad. And I should say that our daughter is different, We adopted our daughter when she was 4 months old. She's Ethiopian. And she's a brown kid with, as she puts it, pink parents. And her personality is very different to us, and she's the only brown kid in her class with pink parents. So she knows she's different. But we went to an Ethiopian culture camp recently where we heard a wonderful speaker, Maui Askadam, speak. And he's an Ethiopian who came to the US as a refugee via Sudan at age 5, graduated cum laude from Harvard. Wonderful, inspirational story. But he was talking about our children and how we could best make them strong in this world. And he said, our children will always be different. And they can either make those differences their enemy, or they can make those differences their friend. If they make those differences their enemy, they will struggle with that pain forever. If they embrace those differences and make them a strength, they will be powerful. Yet when we asked our daughter's teachers what her strengths were, they said, oh yeah, we've often told you she's a lot of fun and she's a very sweet girl. But that's not our focus here in this school. So in other words, her strengths are not being valued. They're not relevant. And I don't think that's what the strengths movement meant. The strengths movement was all about the whole of the individual. And yes, we all have limitations. I'm not saying that we can ignore our weaknesses. And of course, we want Tari to develop her social skills. But we cannot isolate strengths. And we cannot focus only on the limitations and decide that the strengths are no longer relevant. We have to embrace the whole of the person and work out how those strengths can be brought to the table to navigate these limitations that she is currently experiencing. And how often do we hear this within organizations? So often a client has said to me, yes, I have XYZ strength, but that's not valued here. Or when I get to X position, I can bring that strength to the table. Or worse still, I can be my real self. Strengths are who we are at our core. They are our real selves. And more and more we are leaving them at home because we get it. We pick up on the messages that our strengths are not valued. So, PricewaterhouseCoopers did a study in 2012 that said 60% of CEOs believe that they do not have the talent that they need in their organizations to be successful. They're right, because we are not nurturing and valuing and developing the authenticness of people, and that is what their talent is. So people are becoming disengaged, they're leaving, or they're just not bringing their whole selves to the organization. It's not that the talent isn't there, it's that it's not recognized, and it's not nurtured, and it's not valued. So I know how my role as a coach and a mother line up now, in that my most important job is to help my daughter navigate the world and help her to be strong in this world. And I don't have the answers for that. I know we'll work through this with the school, but I do know that I have got to help my daughter let her light shine. And the more unique her light is, the brighter it should shine. And maybe as I learn how to navigate this for Tari, I will learn a thing or two that I can help other people to shine their light a little brighter too. And I have only one visual. It's not that I've forgotten to go through through the deck. But I think this is my daughter, and I think that she will say it better than I. Oh, it's not working. No!